Detaching from people and situations is a concept that resonates deeply with certain Stoic principles. Stoicism, a school of thought rooted in ancient Greek philosophy, instructs individuals to nurture inner tranquility by accepting what lies beyond their control and concentrating on what remains within it. In this video, we'll explore the teachings of Stoicism, taking a closer look at how each principle can be directly applied to the practical steps one can take when detaching from people and situations. Step 1. Take a step back from that person temporarily. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the importance of preserving inner peace, regardless of what external circumstances we may face. The initial step in detaching from someone involves stepping away, at least for a while. This isn't about evading them, but rather a conscious decision to gain clarity and prevent overwhelming emotions from distorting our judgment. The Stoic philosopher Seneca, in his letters to Lucilius, emphasized the necessity of withdrawing into oneself to gain better self-understanding. He once wrote, "Retire into yourself as much as you can. Associate with those likely to make you better. Welcome those whom you are able to improve. The process is mutual. People learn as they teach." What this means is taking a momentary pause to reflect, both on the situation and your emotional reactions to it. According to Stoicism, our responses are within our control. By distancing ourselves briefly, we carve out space to intentionally choose our reactions. Use this solitude to observe your thoughts and feelings, assess the situation, free from the immediate tug of emotion. Seneca's words echo the Stoic belief that self-awareness forms the foundation for mastering one's emotions. Imagine you're in a bustling city, surrounded by chaos. Stoicism encourages us that during moments of emotional turmoil or confusion, especially involving someone else, it's helpful to step away for a while. Think of this as finding a quiet corner in the middle of noise, just to catch your breath. Like hitting pause, not to walk away forever, but to simply think clearly without emotional interference. Stoic thinkers, those ancient wisdom keepers, often spoke of the quiet within us. Seneca's advice to retreat into yourself is about gaining a clearer view. It's similar to taking a timeout during a game, not quitting, just stepping away for a moment to refocus. Emotions, according to Stoicism, are like passing storms. Taking a step back allows the storm to calm, letting you see more clearly. This step isn't about escaping, it's about pausing amid life's noise to find your balance again. Step 2. Reflect on whether you should create distance. The next step in detaching involves a thoughtful reflection on whether distancing from a person is the rational and virtuous thing to do. Stoicism advocates for decisions that are aligned with reason and moral virtue, aiming toward eudaimonia, a state of flourishing through ethical living. The Stoic idea of oikeiosis, or familiarization, suggests that our natural tendency is toward virtue and social connection. Yet, not every relationship nurtures our moral and emotional development. Stoic figures like Epictetus urged us to evaluate the company we keep, stressing that while we can't always control our external circumstances, we can control how we respond to them. Ask yourself, does this person support your moral growth and overall well-being? Stoicism teaches that stepping away from toxic or detrimental relationships isn't a failure, but rather a wise and virtuous decision. Epictetus, who was born into slavery, exemplified this belief in his teachings on maintaining inner freedom despite outer limitations. Imagine being with a group of friends, and one begins to consistently bring negativity into your life. Stoicism suggests you pause and consider, is this relationship helping you grow or holding you back? It's like evaluating whether staying in this space helps you thrive or pulls you down. Stoic thinkers believe that the right relationships are like sunshine for our souls. They help us become better versions of ourselves. Think of people in your life like plants. Those who nourish you are like water, while those who drain you are more like storms. This isn't about cutting people off coldly, but about making decisions that benefit your emotional and moral health. Stoicism is about improving your life by being mindful of who surrounds you. Step 3. Talk to someone you trust. Even though Stoicism emphasizes self-discipline and resilience, it does not promote complete isolation. Humans are social by nature, and seeking advice or emotional support from someone trustworthy is an important part of the Stoic path. In this third step, Stoicism encourages open, sincere communication with a person you depend on. This echoes the Stoic concept of the philosophical friend, someone with whom you can share your fears, thoughts, and emotional struggles. Seneca wrote extensively about friendship, considering it one of the greatest blessings a person can have, second only to sound judgment and a temperate character. He likened a true friend to a mirror, someone you can consult and reflect with. Sharing your thoughts with someone who embodies Stoic values of wisdom and virtue isn't just emotionally relieving, it can provide fresh insight and grounding perspective. When you're struggling emotionally or trying to make sense of a situation, talking to someone you trust is incredibly helpful. Imagine this person as your go-to teammate, offering advice during life's tougher levels. Stoicism teaches that we're not meant to carry every burden alone. Just like heroes have sidekicks, we too need companions on our journey. Choose someone wise and understanding, a friend, family member, or mentor, and speak openly with them. Whether it's in person, over the phone, or through messages, this act of sharing can be both a release and a revelation. Stoicism reminds us that true strength includes knowing when to seek the counsel of others. Step 4. Set boundaries around your emotions. Stoic philosophy places great importance on managing emotions, not by denying them, but by recognizing and containing them within reasonable bounds. In this fourth step of detachment, Stoicism teaches us to set limits for our emotional reactions. This doesn't mean becoming cold or unfeeling. Instead, it involves applying reason to regulate the intensity and duration of what we feel. The Stoic concept of apatheia, often misunderstood as complete detachment, is more accurately about achieving calm through emotional self-mastery. Epictetus taught that we have the ability to either pause or resist acting on our emotional impulses. Consider the Stoic practice of negative visualization. By imagining possible difficulties in advance, we mentally prepare ourselves and reduce the emotional shock. Think of your emotions like colored blocks you're stacking. If you stack them too high without balance, everything becomes unstable. Stoicism suggests being the architect of your own emotional structure. Let yourself feel, but also decide when enough is enough. Set emotional boundaries so that your reactions don't overwhelm your sense of reason. Building this internal balance helps you weather emotional storms with strength and composure. Step 5. Consider the outcomes of distancing. The fifth step involves thinking deeply about what might happen if you decide to step back from someone. Stoicism teaches foresight, the practice of imagining future consequences, while also staying grounded in the present. This principle, known as prohairesis, reminds us that while we live in the now, we should not ignore the effects of our actions down the line. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, noted in his meditations that the issue is not the brevity of life, but how much of it we waste. Ask yourself, what could be the result of putting distance between you and this person? Might it lead to personal growth and emotional healing, or could it lead to regret over lost connection? Stoicism calls us to weigh these possibilities with rational thought and moral intention. Imagine walking through a forest with several trails ahead. Distancing from someone is like choosing one of those trails. You won't always know where it ends, but thoughtful planning improves your chances of finding peace. The Stoic mindset treats each decision like a move in a strategy game, deliberate, patient, and purpose-driven. So before making that move, pause and map out what might lie ahead. Step 6. Take a break from social media. In our digital age, social media often poses challenges to our emotional balance. Stoic wisdom, despite being ancient, offers timely guidance on dealing with the constant input and comparison we face online. The sixth step of detachment involves stepping back from these platforms to reclaim your focus and well-being. Seneca, in his essay on the shortness of life, mourned how much time people waste on distractions. He might not have known smartphones, but he understood the cost of fragmented attention. Apply that insight to today's digital world. The endless scrolling and comparing can cloud your mind and disturb your emotional clarity. By choosing to disconnect for a while, we reduce these disturbances and allow ourselves to focus inward. Picture social media like a complex puzzle. It's fun, but too much of it can become overwhelming. Sometimes the best move is to step away and return with a clearer mind. This break doesn't have to be permanent. It's simply about giving yourself space to breathe mentally, away from the flood of information and judgment. Step 7. Focus on what you truly need. The final step in detachment revolves around focusing on your true needs. Stoicism, with its emphasis on self-reliance and clarity of purpose, supports this wholeheartedly. Epictetus famously taught that we must distinguish between what is within our control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, and what lies outside of it. This step is about emotional needs, not material desires. Think of it like standing at a life buffet, surrounded by endless choices. Stoicism advises you to fill your plate with only what nourishes your character and emotional well-being. It echoes the Stoic practice of voluntary discomfort, embracing what is necessary rather than what is easy. In this buffet of life, choose wisely. Focus on relationships, actions, and commitments that foster inner growth and moral alignment. The Stoic principle that virtue is the only good reminds us that long-term fulfillment comes not from external gain, but from inner strength and alignment with our values. As Epictetus put it, happiness and freedom begin with realizing that some things are within our control, and some are not. In this journey of detaching from people and situations, Stoicism offers profound and enduring guidance. Whether it's stepping away temporarily, evaluating the virtue of distance, talking with someone trustworthy, setting emotional boundaries, thinking through consequences, taking breaks from external noise, or focusing on what truly matters, each step aligns our actions with the wisdom of the Stoics. This path isn't about becoming cold or indifferent. It's about cultivating resilience and calm amid the complexities of life. As Seneca wisely said, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.